If you want to get a lot of stuff done, if you want to be productive, if you want to break through your goals and accomplish all of them, you cannot manage your time. You cannot strive on being more productive. You are never going to get anywhere. It's counterintuitive, but I'm gonna tell you here, a different way of getting yourself to go past procrastination, to get past all the obstacles that stand in your way, and it's gonna put you in a position where now you're gonna achieve more than you ever thought possible. Pressure, absolute pressure. The kind of pressure that will crush any normal person, and you have to be able to apply that sort of pressure to you. By pressure, I mean that you have deadlines, you have external commitments that you made to other people. You have all these things that now create pressure that then force you to not procrastinate and then force you into action. And this here technique, it's not for the weak, it's not for the meek, because nobody wants to be under pressure. Nobody wants to have a looming deadline. Nobody wants to be in a position where now they are just saving every second, every minute of the day because they are under so much pressure. That, my friends, is how you become ultra productive. You have to be able to push yourself. You have to be comfortable in living in chaos. That's number one. You have to be comfortable in living in uncertainty. And I can tell you from my own experience, I always like to have things tidy. I like to have my list, my to-do list all sorted out, all meticulously done, and everything is in order. And I know coming into the morning, I know where everything is. And I can tell you this, that every time I've tried to do that is when I have been the least productive. Absolutely the least. When I am the most productive is when everything is all over the place and I have no clue.
What's going on? The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
My phone is filled with notifications. My phone is filled with text messages. My phone is filled with voicemail messages. My email box is overwhelmed. People are sending me multiple emails and saying, Chico, I sent you 2 emails already and you haven't responded. Are you okay? Are you on vacation? Did you leave town? Did you get kidnapped? That is when I'm the most productive. And that's what you have to do. You have to be able to live inside of chaos, live inside of uncertainty, where you're just going so fast and so hard that you don't have time to think about anything. That is the ultimate way to be productive. And here I wrote down, the higher the amount of chaos that you can handle, the greater your success. Think about that. You have to push hard. If you are a real estate investor, chaos means that you are so inundated because you're talking with sellers, you're negotiating deals, you are coordinating transactions that need to happen, and all this chaos is around you and you are just going nuts. If you're a business owner, you're handling sales for customers, you're handling fulfillment, you're running ads, and you're doing all this stuff and you don't even know how you do it. You are strained to the max, and that is high performance when it comes to time management. You ain't got time to waste. When you're in that stage and a friend calls you and says, hey, you got a minute to talk? You're like, hell no, I ain't got no minute to talk.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I am busy, because you are under pressure. My mistake is, again, me wanting to keep things tidy. When I'm the most productive is when I'm just running barely to catch myself. And when somebody asks me, how was your day? I don't even know how to answer that because it was complete chaos. Now, some of you might say, well, Chico, are you operating your business wrong? I like to be just relaxed, sit down and just, relax and think about things and go at my pace. That's you. Or maybe you have a business built up where now you have all these people doing stuff for you and you want to do that. But when you're starting out and you're hustling, that cannot be you. And if you're thinking, oh, Chico, I want to be able to have a business where I can relax and just take my time doing things, and I don't want that pressure. Well, anybody want that pressure? Then guess what? Maybe you have to reevaluate your goals, because maybe you're not going to make that much money. I have people emailing me multiple times per day saying, Chico, where are you? I need an answer on something. Their priority is not your priority. You might wake up today and you say, I want to talk to Chico today. You're not my number one priority today. You were not even in the top 10, top 20, top 30. And now you come into my world and you're wanting to take the number one spot. The problem is I could start to feel bad about that. I could start to feel that, well, John really wants to talk to me and they're really important to him. And my goodness, he's such a nice guy. You can't think that way. You got to be selfish. You have to, to a certain extent, push yourself to develop that muscle. That muscle of when you look at your phone and there are so many notifications, there are so many messages, everything is just going nuts, and you have to be comfortable inside of that chaos. You have to be comfortable in the fact that there is so much stuff flying around. But it doesn't matter because you're focused on these commitments that you've made, the pressure that you put on yourself that then allows you to clear everything away and to just to focus on that one thing. The other concept is move faster. Move faster. Cut your decision times in half. Whatever you're looking to do, if you're going to sit here on the computer and do some work and it's going to take you, you're thinking it's going to take you an hour, cut that in half. Find a shortcut. Find the 80-20, the Pareto principle. 80% of your results are on 20% of your efforts. So where is that 80-20 that you can take advantage of and then be able to cut down? You could say, well, gee, Chico, I want to produce quality work. There's a fine line between quality and professionalism. And maybe you're thinking that it has to be a particular way, but it doesn't have to be a particular way. I would want you to critique yourself critically about like what really is the minimum viable thing that I can do in order to get the result I want. Because at the end of the day, nobody gives you an A or a trophy for effort. They give you a trophy for the win. And if you want the win in business, that's making money, that's doing the deal, and that's getting things done. And in the end, some of those other minutia, the details that you're worried about, they're not gonna do anything for you. Work expands the time allotted. That means that, if you decide that, hey, something's gonna take 2 hours, it's gonna take 2 hours. It may not need to take 2 hours. One of the things that I do is I have a timer. That whenever I want to make sure that I stick to that I'm doing something and I want to make sure that I'm done at a particular time, I set the timer. And let me tell you, this thing goes off as if there is a nuclear attack happening somewhere and you have got to take care of it. This thing is loud, but this thing gets louder and louder and louder. That'll wake you up. The final thing I would say to you is don't think about the things you need to do. Decide. Make decisions. That's the thing I keep on telling me today. Like the other day, I'm doing something and then that has to do with my accountant and then I needed some paperwork and then she sends me this and then I'm kind of stuck in terms of what I need to do. So my first instinct is, oh, let me think about it. Let me think about it. Let me contemplate and think about what the different choices are. No, that's the wrong thing to do. What I need to do is say, Chico, make a decision. Right now, take your timer, put 15 minutes, put 10 minutes, put 5 minutes, give yourself 5 minutes, think about it, and at the end of 5 minutes, you gotta make a decision, and that's it. Get it done, move on from there. All that doesn't work unless you have external pressure, unless you have the pressure of a deadline, of a commitment, things that need to get done today, not tomorrow. In the end, you don't have time to be waiting around, thinking about things. You have the time to do things, and that is it. So that is my advice here for you today. It's in fact the advice for myself, but I decided to record it so maybe you might benefit from this video. Let me know if this was helpful, if you picked up any insight, and if you are interested in learning how to do real estate investing with social media ads, meaning advertise on Facebook and on Google to get leads all over the country. Click on one of the videos that'll pop up here or there, and that way I can teach you how to do that.